What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bullshot Darts. In this one, I just want to talk about some upcoming tournaments that I have, and also just talk a little bit about the CDC weekend in Canada that was last weekend. But first, guys, it is Bullshot's mission to grow the sport of darts, so if you are new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop this video a thumbs up, and also follow Bullshot Darts on Facebook and Instagram, and also go check out bullshotdarts.com. Alright, so the next tournament that I have coming up is going to be down in St. Louis. For the Blueberry Hill. I'm really excited for this one because I've never been to this tournament and I heard it's really fun and quite a few people from Chicago go down there. So looking forward to it. I'm shooting doubles with my buddy Mike DePuma. He's the one we shot in the Music City Classic together down in Nashville. Neither of us shot our greatest darts. You know, both of us had our moments, but we definitely did not shoot the darts that we know we're capable of. So we're talking about, you know, we need to redeem ourselves down in St. Louis. So that's going to be fun. And for triples, we're shooting with a friend. Her name is Bridget. And she's a really good darts player and still pretty new to darts. She has amazing mechanics. And since she's still new with those mechanics, like she has so much potential just to keep moving up. So I'm really excited to throw with her and also excited for her future in darts. And what's the singles events? I don't know. I think there's singles 501 and cricket. So obviously excited for those. And it's just going to be nice to, you know, be back out shooting darts again. And then after that, we got Philadelphia for the CDC weekend out there. On one hand, I am extremely pumped for this tournament. Extremely pumped for this tournament because it's a CDC weekend. So of course, awesome. But on the other hand, I'm driving by myself. It's a far drive. My sleeping situation is going to be crazy. The whole weekend's going to be crazy. I'll get into that in another video. So shooting darts is going to be awesome, but everything else is just going to be just crazy. And the venue in Philly for the CDC, I'll just say it's not my favorite venue. I was there once before. I didn't shoot well, and like I said, just wasn't the biggest fan of the venue, so I'm just hoping that I can bring out some good darts there this time, because ideally I would love to be able to qualify for the Continental Cup. And with the way my darts have been flying, I definitely feel like I'm capable of doing that. But with the craziness of everything else that weekend, like, I just hope I can bring those darts out that will give me the chance of possibly winning an event. But Danny Lauby dominating down in Tampa has really helped me because he took most of the points. It's not like 3 different people won and we have multiple people at the top with a bunch of points. Since Danny Lauby did so well, he's got most of the points and he's all the way at the top. So that opens the door for quite a few people to be able to sneak in like the 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. So I'm just hoping I can shoot well enough and maybe sneak in there, but if not, hopefully I just shoot well enough to keep my tour card, because keeping the tour card is going to be harder moving forward with the CDC's new plans, and having a tour card is just, well, very important to me, so I want to make sure that I can keep my tour card. So St. Louis, Philly, and then after that, hopefully we have a doubleheader weekend in October for the Dart Players of Chicago events. As you guys know, I've managed to win the last 3 of those. And there was actually supposed to be one August 28th, but that got postponed. So I'm hoping when October rolls around that those tournaments are still happening, because, you know, I just want to shoot in those. You know, I love the local tournaments, and, you know, I just want to try my hardest to, you know, win more of them. And that weekend also, one of my best friends is getting married, so it's just going to be a crazy weekend. All right, so here we go. We going for 9 on the ones. Oh man. So yeah, that's the upcoming darts tournaments. And so a quick little recap of the CDC out in Canada. I was so excited that we got Canadian darts again. You know, we got the stuff going on at the US-Canada border to where we have 2 separate tours now. So we got the Canadian tour and then the American tour. Event number 1 was won by David Cameron. Event number 2 was won by Matt Campbell. And event number 3 was won by Jeff Smith. So we had 3 different winners. And going into that weekend, this is me personally, I don't know how other people felt, and no disrespect to any of the players that were there, but going into that weekend, I just kind of assumed Jeff Smith's definitely going to win one, Matt Campbell's definitely going to win one. Now, of course, it's darts. Anyone could win at any time, but that was just my guess going into it, and both of them did win one. And as far as the third event would go, in my mind, I was thinking it would be either Jacob Taylor or David Cameron. Because David Cameron is kind of, you know, and they even said this in the interview after he won event number 1, but he's kind of like a low-key guy. He has incredible talent and can beat anybody, but his name isn't out there with, you know, the Danny Laubys, the Danny Baggishes, Jeff Smiths, Matt Campbell's. Like, he has the talent to beat all those guys, but his name's just not up there with them. Not that it doesn't deserve to be, he's just a low-key guy, just like they said in the interview. So him winning one of the events was really exciting. The first time I ever saw him shoot was when he won the match play down in Nashville for the Music City Classic in 2019. I got on a practice board with him, and watching him throw on the practice board was just some of the craziest darts I had ever seen, like, in person, that I had ever witnessed, like, in person. Because 2019 was the first year I traveled for darts, so it was kind of like the first time I was around that level of dart players. So just witnessing that, I was just like, 1, this is absolutely crazy. But 2, seeing that in person, it's also motivating because it's like, well, I'm witnessing him do it. Why can't I do it? So obviously I can't do what David Cameron does, but you know, it just helps with that motivation. Seeing someone else do it, it's like, oh, like that's motivation to, you know, keep going. So he ended up winning that match play. I don't know where I was going with this. I was just saying that was the first time I saw David Cameron play. So him winning the first event, I think, was huge. I'm happy he won the first event as opposed to the second or the third, because, you know, like they were saying, he's a low-key guy. And for me personally, you know, I was thinking Matt Campbell, Jeff Smith. So him coming out and starting the weekend off with the win was huge, because it's kind of like, oh, Matt Campbell, Jeff Smith. Whoa, David Cameron ended up winning. Like, where's the rest of this weekend gonna go? And then the rest of the weekend went to Matt Campbell and Jeff Smith. But so on top of that, I also just want to talk about Jacob Taylor, because that was the first time he was out at a CDC event. And Jacob Taylor really got his name out there on the national scale during webcam darts, because I don't know much about him, but from what I've heard, it sounds like he lives like way away from everything. So like it's really inconvenient for him to travel and stuff, and that's why he hasn't really been in the CDC. So I'm hoping that he really sticks with it, because looking at all the numbers, now yes, he didn't win any of the events, but looking at the numbers, he quite possibly shot the best darts of the weekend based on the numbers. Now, of course, averages and numbers don't matter. The only number that matters is if you're winning, and yes, he didn't win any. But if you just looked at his numbers, you would think, like, how did he not win one? And I think it just boils down to that it was his first time out at a CDC event, and yes, his darts were amazing, but, you know, it doesn't matter how much talent and how good it is, it's about winning. So he just wasn't able to win one, but if he plays these more, I think he's going to be a big-time winner of these. He has the talent to be world champion. Like, he definitely has the skill to be a world champion. So if he gets out and travels more and everything, it'll just be really exciting to see his darts. All right, guys, so I think that's pretty much it. Big congratulations to Cameron, Smith, and Campbell on their victories, and also congratulations to Campbell on securing the World Cup spot with Jeff Smith. We got Jeff Smith and Matt Campbell for Canada, and then we got Danny Lauby and Danny Baggish for the United States for the World Cup. And if I were to think about the best players we could put together for the World Cup, that's probably the 2 best teams I could think of. So I'm really excited to see, because I think they're going to do some really good damage this year, and I'm just really looking forward to it. North America's on the come up. You know, we've kind of been I mean, more so American darts, but you know, no one really took us seriously for a while. But now with the amount of talent that we got coming up with the CDC, you know, we're definitely a force to be reckoned with. So I'm just really excited for the future and the World Cup. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to get in one more round real quick. Of course, whenever I announce that, my darts are always bad, but hopefully we can get a 180 here, but probably not. Oh. Well, did I get at least one triple? All right, I got one. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Those are my upcoming tournaments and just a small little recap about CDC Canada. Some videos popped up over here. If you're still watching, make sure you click one of them. I will see you all in the next one, and shoot well.